the spirit of China. You may have visited Chinatowns and when you've gone to San Francisco and New York, but the spirit of China also has a presence right here, Scott, in the heart of the Midwest.
Yeah, and you're right. I had never been to Chicago's Chinatown until recently, so we went there, checked out all the popular restaurants, learned about the Chinese migration to the Midwest, and saw how Chinese Americans have contributed to America. Most people know or have visited Chinatowns in San Francisco and New York. But the spirit of China also has a presence in the heart of the Midwest. Welcome to Chicago's Chinatown. Chicago's Chinatown is growing. A population of 11,000 during the 1990s, now over 28,000.
People still think of Chinatown as this commercial area where you might come and eat or visit a gift store, but the population has been growing well beyond Chinatown into neighboring communities.
And Chicago's Chinatown has a different look than what you'll see in New York and San Francisco.
We're more like a normal community where people live in 2 flats and 3 flats rather than high-rises, and that has allowed Chinatown to grow.
ZJ Tong promotes Chinese culture. He took us to what he considers the best dim sum food in Chicago.
When people come to Chinatown, dim sum is one of the dishes that a lot of people like. It's like a brunch food, and some people call it Chinese tapas.
We tried it all.
Baby octopus.
Oh, let's.
Yeah.
We visited the most popular lunch spots.
They serve a special cuisine, which is Sichuan cuisine, which is very spicy.
We got our first taste of bubble tea.
Cheers.
Cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
And we sampled some of the tastiest bakery items that Chinatown produces. So what do you know about an egg tart?
That's a good question. I know that I like them.
And we saw this large mural that showcases the Chinese migration to the United States.
This picture really tells us the Chinese are coming to the U.S. and they're living happily, peacefully with the other ethnic groups under the freedom.
The history of Chicago's Chinatown is showcased here.
What we're trying to do with our museum is to tell the stories of the Chinese Americans and their contributions to the United States.
Chicago's first Chinatown dates back to the 1870s. Since then, Chinese Americans have contributed to many areas of life, everything from merchants to soldiers.
The Chinese have been serving in the armed forces since Civil War.
Chicago's Chinatown also has a growing Christian community. That includes church services in English, Cantonese, and Mandarin.
Then we're going to multiply it times the 10, right?
And a Christian school with 150 students.
We believe that every child, they have potential, and we are to bring their potential to the fullest, and that one day they will become leaders.
Chinatowns in San Francisco and New York may be more well-known, but the community in Chicago also displays the spirit of China.
Boy, that's a pretty building
Yeah,
there.
it is.
It's kind of like you went on a food tour.
Oh, yeah, and a food tour is something that I highly recommend for Hoosiers. Go ahead and get up there and do this. You start at a dim sum restaurant. Very good. Those are the little small plates. That's where I tried the baby octopus and the curry sauce. I tried one. That was all I could do on that one. I went to a second restaurant that served chef's special chili chicken. So you're going to like this. It's got chicken stir fry, garlic, ginger, scallions, dried chilies, and Sichuan peppercorns. Tried bubble tea. It was kind of interesting. Bakery items were fantastic. I mean, so this is definitely something. Fun tour to do in Chicago's Chinatown.
Well, and the food, you know, it's pretty food,
It
too,
is pretty,
you know,
bet,
and it's those pastries and everything, you know, so.
Yeah, and then you walk off your calories.
Yeah, that's what you need to do. Count those steps.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of fun.